Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be working on our balance. So first we're going to start by taking a ball. I have a lacrosse ball here. You could also use a trigger point ball, maybe a golf ball if you really want to get into it. I'm placing it underneath my foot. And what I'm going to do here is just gently massage the sole of my foot. So I'm working my way around. I'm exploring really, just searching out any spots that feel like they need a little bit of love. So I'm moving through the front of my foot, right through the metatarsals here. So our foot itself has about 33 joints. So I'm just trying to create some space, create some mobility through the sole of the foot. There's all this sensory nerve action happening at the base of the foot as well, so we're really connecting our brain to this area, which is going to help with our balance, our stability. You can pause at any point if it feels like it needs it. I'm going to transition over to the other side. So I'm going to start at the front of the foot, work my way around. I'm exploring just below the big toe here. You can move all the way out over to little toe land, which I call it out here, and go exploring down that ridge line along the side of the foot. But really just move anywhere that you feel like it needs it. Even spend a little bit of time. Put as much force down into the ball as you need. You may need to come off a little bit. This can be quite intense, but really good to get into the habit of. You could do this under your desk as well. Kick off your shoes, just have a ball under your desk and roll around. Great for the health of your feet and in turn the health of the rest of our body. Our feet is the first thing that really interacts with the ground. So the better shape our feet are in, just really helps with everything upstream. Nice. Oh, that feels good. Okay, so relax there. You're going to take the ball, put it off to the side. So all I want you to do now is just march on the spot. So this is where we're going to begin with this balance workshop. So what I'm going to get you to do is pause on one side. So here I'm balancing on my left leg. I have my right knee up. I'm going to get you to take 3 steps. I'm going to balance on the other side. So it's 1, 2, 3, and we're holding on here. So that's all we're going to do. It's 1, 2, 3, and hold. So I'm marching and then trying to stick my landing on the third one. 1, 2, 3, hold there. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So we're going to test, retest. So we're going to do this at the start and then we're going to do the same thing at the end. 3 steps and hold. All I'm thinking about is just, can I really stick that landing? Can I create stability really quickly and balance on one leg? 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Really helps to hone in on something stationary. That's going to help me keep my balance, keep my breathing as normal as I can. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Spend a little bit of time here, lock in on something, and relax there. From here, what you're going to do, you're going to come up onto your tiptoes. So now we're just going to work on some balance right up here. So I'm thinking, can I keep all 10 of my toes on the ground, in contact with the ground, but keep my heels up and off the ground? So we're strengthening the lower leg here, we're strengthening the arch of our feet, but also we're working on balance. We've changed the amount of surface area that is in contact with the ground. And this is where a lot of our athleticism exists, in the forefoot. So it's important that we can manage our body while staying at the front of our feet. So I'm just up here, kind of exploring, moving around the mat. You can just go for a little walkabout, but stay as high as you can up on your toes. You're trying to get above the crowd here, seeing if you can see your friends. So I'm up here, feeling a little bit of work in my calf muscle at the moment. That's all good stuff. Keeping the knees soft, so I'm not locking the knees out. And just walking around, stay nice and high. See if you can glance up to the ceiling. You see how changing where you're looking might change how the balance feels. If you really need to lock in on something, that's going to really help with this balance. Beautiful. Now you're coming down. We're going to balance on one leg once more. We're going to work on something called eye tracking here. So I'm going to start with my left side. I'm going to elevate my right leg. I'm going to take my left arm and I'm going to put it out in front of me. I'm holding one finger up. What I want you to do is I want you to keep your eye on that finger. Now move the finger across your body, trying to keep your eye on it. You see, that just knocked me over, so I've got to spend a little bit of time working on this myself. So I'm going to take my finger, move it across my body, while I'm trying to track that finger with my eyes. Great for practicing your balance here. Slowly move that finger. Do your best to keep your eye on it. So this is called a perturbation, where we're moving a part of our body, changing our center of gravity. So in turn, we've got to make minor adjustments to maintain equilibrium, which is our balance. Woo. You can make small circles. So I'm making a figure of 8 here, doing my best to keep an eye on that figure of 8. I can really feel the work happening in the lower leg here. Good, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna try the other side now. You do the same. We'll show you a slightly different angle here. I'm taking my hand out. This time it's my right arm. I'm balancing on my right leg. And I'm gonna slowly move that across my body. At any point, relax, take a moment. Re-establish this position. I'm gonna move it nice. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that's taking me out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna reset. Do the same, reset, let's just go again. Yeah, I definitely need to practice. You might notice one side is better than the other. For me, I've got more stability on my left side, that's for sure. For a lot of us that are right-handed, that might be the case. I'm gonna try these figure 8s. Yeah, oh, that's starting to work now. I can definitely feel challenged on this side compared to my other side. Beautiful. Let's relax there. I'll get you to do the same. The more we practice this, the more we get better with it. Balance is of the utmost. So now what I'm going to do is an RDL. So all that means is I'm going to hinge on one leg. So I'm hinging at the hip. I'm going to start on my left leg. So I'm folding into my hip. I'm keeping the left knee slightly bent. I'm reaching down. I'm trying to touch the ground. Spine is staying nice and long. And then I'm standing up again. So we're going to play around with that a little bit. So folding forward, folding into the crease of my left hip. Left knee stays bent. I'm touching the ground and then coming back up. Now you don't need to touch the ground. You can just go kind of down to your knee and back up. Down to the knee. That's a great place to work. I'd prefer you to do that, make it look clean, make it look pretty, than it getting all crazy trying to get down to the ground. But if you are feeling good about this, you can fold all the way down, touch the ground, and then bring your knee up towards your chest. And you can try and go straight into another one. I'm folding at the hip, touching the ground, driving back up. I'm gonna keep an eye on something I can keep an eye on the entire movement. Yeah, that helps. I'm gonna inhale as I come down, and then exhale as I come back up. 2 more like that. Down and touch, back up, down, touch, and back up. Ooh, I feel a little bit of work in the glutes there. My lower leg is certainly working. Let's move over to the other side. This is my right side. It's a little bit harder. You saw me falling over before. So here we go. I'm gonna fold down. I'm gonna take my left hand and try and touch the ground. Nice. Knee up towards my chest. Now remember, you can just start by coming down and then standing back up. That's a great exercise. Down, touch the ground, back up, and then down. Let's come all the way up, bring the knee all the way up. Now I'm gonna try and keep this leg off the ground as I move through this pattern. I might get both hands onto the ground. Whoop, all the way up. Same again. Down, touch the ground. Yeah, challenging ourselves. We're kind of dancing with that line that is the end of our skill set, right? We're trying to improve our skill set. This is the place where learning and adaptation really happens. Down and touch, and then back up, hold for a moment, lock in on something, and relax there. So now we're going to put this into a little bit more of a dynamic setting where we're going to move side to side. So I'm just moving over my mat. I'm balancing on one leg. I'm going to shoot my leg out and then step over, balance on the other leg. These are lateral bounds. I'm just doing them slowly. So I'm balancing on one side. I'm going to push off of this leg over to the other side, balancing here. So shift to one side of the mat and then the other. But I do want you to hold when you get here, right? Hold, own this position. Shift over. Yeah, I'm owning this. It feels good. Back over, one side. Now if you're feeling really good, you can start to speed that up. Over and catch. I'm trying to land in the outside of my hip. I'm doing my best to stay stable so my leg is not moving when I land. Shifting into my glute and back. Try and move a little quicker. What we can even do is we can do 3 reps and pause on the third. 1, 2, 3 and hold. Woo. Okay, same again. 1, 2, 3, hold there. Whoa. You can use the back foot for balance if you need to, but try and get it off the ground. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Nice, just putting it into a bit more of a dynamic setting. Now I just want you to come back to where we started, marching on the spot. 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Might feel slightly different from when we started. You might feel a little bit looser, might feel a little bit warmer, might have more balance, might have less. That's all right. We've been working, we've been practicing. Got to put time into these things. The work doesn't do itself, so it's important to treat your body to this stuff. Your body will thank you for it later. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. Yeah, I'm feeling good here. 1, 2, 3, last one. Holding, and let's finish up there. Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.